So guys, let's create our first design with Canva. Okay, so we have just told you that you have to check, add design first of all. So whatever you are creating for, so for example, for image we are creating, and where you want to show, for example, I want to show to, let's say, Instagram feed. Okay, so you can see in Instagram as well as in Facebook, they don't have, kind of much difference. You can see 1080 into 1080 pixels. Okay, same, right? So just go to Canva, and let's create a design, and let's select the custom size, and here we have to put how much. It must be 1080 into 1080. So let's go here and just put 1080 1080. Done. And we have put the size for the image. So this is the image which you can basically use for, image design, maybe for retargeting and showing one single ad with one image. So for that it is a very good. Okay, so these are the topics basically of marketing, in the Facebook ads course, but this is just a design course. Okay, so let's create new design, and I will going to share with you some examples that can basically help you a lot. Okay, so let's put here FB ad design. Boom. And now what we can do is that, for example, let's say we are providing one service of public speaking mastery. Okay, that means we are teaching how you can basically speak in public. So we are just providing one training for that. So how you can just do that? So just go to elements, let's pick, one image. So you can see this is one image, so you can just search here whatever image you want. So for example, you can just search girl loudspeaker, and you can just go to photos, and you will see a lot many images which you can use. Okay, so I was finding this image to look very great. So guys, you can just remove the background of this image. Okay, so it's very easy. So you can just go to edit image, and you can just go to background remover. Along with that, you can just use this, background remover online. So you can just go to this tool, that is remove.bg. So just go to this image, whatever image you want to put, just upload that image. It will automatically going to remove the background for you. Okay, simple. Now if you are using Canva Pro, so in that case just click on this button, and it will automatically going to remove background for you, right? So we have just told you to go with 30 days free trial, and if you think that Canva is good to go with the premium plan, so you can just go ahead, and it's very worthy as well. Okay, so it makes your tasks very much easy. So for example, I can just click on apply, and you can see I can now just make it little bit like this. And now what I can do is that I can just make it, kind of louder like this. Okay, now it's looking great. I can just make it, more like this, and I can just drag it here. Okay, and let me just put it here. Okay, and if you want, you can just make her like this as well. Okay, and now what we can do is that we can just put any kind of dark color. So we can just put this color maybe. Okay, or let's put, let's see how the purple will going to look like here, or dark blue. Okay, so this is also looking very great. Now what I can do is that I can just go to text, and I can just choose any of the text. For example, this text, let's make it big. And now what I can do, before I just go ahead with this, I can just align the things. Okay, so I can just go to top on the file, and it will going to give me one option of rulers and guides. I can just open it, and I can just make the rulers, just click here and just drag the ruler here. so it will going to give you the direction about the space and everything. Okay, so I will keep the text between these two lines. So now let me just put some text, basically public, or let me make everything in capital. Public um, speaking mastery, like this. Boom, select them all like this, select them all, and let's make the color to white. White will going to look great. Okay, and let's make it bold. Now I can also make it to left align like this, and I can just choose one text that is let's Antoni, Antonia. uh, just take or search with basically a bold color, and you can just select any of the bold color from here. Okay, so let's select this mont bold, basically. Okay, so mont bold is looking great, so I can just put it here. If you will see that here we are getting two lines, so in this, between these lines, I'm just dragging the text here like this. Okay, you can just make it little bit up if you want. So guys, you can see in this way basically you can just create text, right? Oops. Let's make it to again white. So this is just a problem with Canva sometimes. Okay, so now let's make it a little bit big. Okay, so you can see now we have got this text here. Okay, now what we can do is that we can just put some kind of line here. So let's go to elements, and let's create a neon kind of line, neon line. So if you think that, or just go to elements, and from here just take one rectangle like this, and you can just make it uh, that means just make it little bit line type of look, and you can just put it here, maybe let's say here like this. Okay, and you can just stick this line at very end like this. Okay, and what we can do is that we can just change the line to yellow color. Okay, so now you can see this is how it is looking. If you want to if you feel that this text is that means this font is not looking that great, so you can of course change it. Okay, and now what we can do is that we can just put one more basically text. So now just go to text, and let's select one text, but I think that let's change this bold to something else. Basically, let's go to the Xenia extra bold. Okay, so this is kind of looking more great. I can see here you can just make it more big, and you can just drag this basically this line to bottom like this, and you can just put this here. Okay, and now I can see that in this ad the line height is too much, so I can just tap here, and I can just make this thing little bit like this. Okay, let me just show it here. Let's go to here, and let's make the line spacing to move down like this. Okay, so now it's looking great, and let's now put it at top here like this. Okay, and let's make that text to little bit up. Okay, now it's looking great. And now what we can do is that we can just put uh, numbers. So let me just go here, and let's select the text again. Let's select this text. Let's choose this text. Basically, I can just first of all make it white color so that it is more visible, and I can just choose here, let's say Monstret. Okay, let's select that. Monster, right? Okay. So this is how it will going to look. Let's make it little bit of bold. Okay, great. So now what we can do is that we can just put here, one text, or let's make it little bit kind of, mont bold like this, and let's make the text to just uh, you know dollar two uh, per only, like this. Okay, so we are just providing this for, $2 only, and you can just select $2, and let's try to, okay, if it's increase everything, so what we can do is that we can just remove all the text and let's put just only. And what we can do here is that we can just take one more line from uh, top, and we can just place it here. Okay, let's say here. Okay, and let's put this text here. Okay, here similarly just put one more line, so that we can just make things in a proper position. So you can see that I have selected just, and we have just put two lines here. That means we are just putting this just here, and let's copy and paste this just, and let's make it, dollar two, and let's select $2 completely and just increase the size of $2 only. Okay, so that we can just, emphasize more on $2, and let's put the $2 here. Okay, and let's put the just to below like this, just here. And what we can do is that we can just uh, make the copy and paste of the just, and here we can just put, let me just uh, put it here, and we can just put, slash dash, and then we can just put only. Okay, so looking superb now. Let's put it, like just here. Okay, here. So now you can see it's looking more great. Now let me just remove these lines. Okay, so you can see now it's giving a very good effect. You can just make it here or whatever you want. Let's put it little bit here. Okay, so now you can see it's looking great. So I can just select them all, and I can just put them little bit up. Okay, like here. Now what we can do is that, guys, we can just create one button here. Okay, so what we can do is that we can just go to elements, and we can just create our own button. So you can just select this rectangle, for example, and as I have told you even in the presentation, that make sure that whatever you are creating a design, okay, so please put one call to action. So call to action means button. So after people will going to read your post, so what action they must take, so for that just represent one button. So I'm just representing one button, and I'm just making this button here, and I am just expanding this button to this line. Okay, and now what I can do is that I can just make the color of this element to black. Simple. And now what we can do more is that we can just create one more rectangle, and we can just make it, you know uh, small like this. Okay, and let's put it here. Let's make it more small. Okay, and let's put it here. Okay, so we are just putting it here so that it can show us the effect of this color. So let's make it to blue. Okay, same color. Now what we can do is that put one text. So what we can do is that we can just select the same text, we can just copy paste, we can just put, and let's make the text of the color to black, and we can just write here sign up. Okay, and we can just make this complete text to unbold. Okay, like this, and let's put it here. Let's make it little bit small. Okay, sign up. Okay, and we can just put one explanation mark as well. So now things are looking very great here. And now okay, sign up. Okay, and we can just put one arrow button here. So what we can do is that we can just go to, let's see if we get some kind of arrow. Okay, we are not getting. Let's take the help of shapes. So we can just go to lines and shape, click on see all, and then here you will basically going to see this rectangle. So you can just select the rectangle. You can just make the rectangle like this. Okay, in the left right corner basically, and just make it little bit very small. And let's put the uh, color to yellow. Okay, and let's try to put this to here, but it is not looking great, and it is not even extending. So we can just try to choose any other uh, arrow. Okay, and let's select this one, and let's make it very small. Okay, it's happening. So we can just change the color to yellow, and we can just put this arrow, not this man, this arrow to here. Okay, and we can just put the sign up button again here. So you can see this is how basically it is looking. Let's make this arrow to here in the middle. Okay, so now things are looking great here. And now what we can do is that we can just tell our viewers where we will going to provide them this training. Okay, so let's put one thing. Let's create one more element of rectangle. Just select this rectangle, and from here let's put it to here basically. Let's make it small, and let's put this whole thing little bit up. Okay, here this much, and let's put one rectangle within this line like this. Okay, okay, and let's put this rectangle here, and what we can do is that we can just make this to white color. Okay, and now what we can do is that we can just again just right click on this rectangle. We can just copy, and we can just paste it here. So we will going to get two rectangles. Let make this second rectangle length small as compared to the first one, and let's first make the color to black. So you can see that we are getting two rectangles. Let's make it here, let's make it here, let's put it here, oops, and let's put it here. Okay, little bit. Okay, so now things are looking now great. And here what we can do is that we can just put one more rectangle. So just right click, and you can just again copy and again paste it. So we have got one more rectangle. Now let's make it little bit more smaller like this, and let's put it here, and let's make the color to dark red. Okay, and let's make it more is okay. Okay, this much is looking great. And let's copy and paste this text, and we can just decrease the text, and we can just write here uh, training at. Okay, let's make it little bit more small. Okay, and let's put the training at here on the red box, and I think the white will going to suit here. So white text color. Okay, so it's now more visible. So you can see this is now more visible, training at. And now what we can do is that we can put some logos here. So for example, just go to elements, and where we will going to keep this meeting. So we will going to keep this meeting in a Zoom So select the zoom logo, decrease the zoom logo like this, okay, and put the zoom logo here. Similarly, we will also going to put this training in YouTube as well. So we will going to select YouTube, and we can just select this logo, and we can just make it small like this. Let's make the zoom to the same size. Okay, so this is how, guys, we have created one ad. Now people who will going to see this ad, he will going to understand that this training is about public speaking mastery just for $2. People have to click on this sign up, and the training will be held in Zoom and YouTube. Okay, so this is what I have told you, that you have to use very less and less text. Okay, and now what magic we can do is that we can just select audience, and let's select the audience, and let's go to photos, for example. And you can see this is one photo, so I can just select this photo, and I can just right click, and I can just click on send to back at very back, and we can just make this image, or just go to transparency and make the image to little bit less transparency. And what we can do with this image is that we can just right click on this image, that means oops, that means this image, and we can just right click, and we can just click on uh, replace at a background. So you can see it's now looking more great. Okay, so this is a very cool thing which you guys can do. Let's make the transparency to more low. Okay, so you can see this is how amazing our ad is now looking. So you can just go to edit image, and you can see you will going to get a plenty of things. So you can just make the brightness up and down. So let's make it little bit low. You can also use contrast to make it more dark, so that our text visible too much. Okay, and let's decrease the saturation as well to this much. Okay, so now you can see that with this image ad, you can see the audience at very back. So it's like of public sitting, and public are listening to you. So that type of thinking we are trying to give through these ads. Okay, and here we have written public speaking mastery just for $2 only. People have to just sign up, and the training will be at our Zoom and in our YouTube. Okay, so this is how you can just create advertisement. So this is one ad design which you guys can use, and this is how you can just take the help of elements designs. Okay, and also I have told you about the ad library. So just go to ad library and see what your competitors are designing basically. So if I try to now remove all these margins and everything. Okay, so just let me just remove this. Okay, so now you can see you have got one perfect and beautiful ad design. Okay,